We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. A fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On play action, Allen swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Cook. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the chains, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40. Now Mayfield and the Bucks come up on 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play. And it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough third down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on second down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Mayfield. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. So now make that a second sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
And this returnable for Hines. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership. And leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Allen now looks to throw. Toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 8 yards out. And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Here's Mayfield. And incomplete. Look at this Buffalo defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Touchdown, Bills. Adam Thielen from 3 yards out. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
First down, here's White. Pushing through the contact. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Gregory Rousseau, his second sack of the night. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They're
looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Cook up the gut. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
Stephon Diggs. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucks may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield now.
Oh,
everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Here's Allen to throw it. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and a couple. Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To the air, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be out right at the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Hines now on the return, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Allen's throw is complete, so the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to the ground, Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal. A 35-yard.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
Fights off the tackle at the 20. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Second down, Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time we look, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau able to record his 5th sack of the season. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. The Bucks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Mayfield to throw it. That's complete to White. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
19 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Now back to the ground game with White. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Now, rather than risk anything, Mayfield here, he's going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Across midfield. He's on his way. Bills touchdown. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Otten. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Let's go.
They run straight ahead here with White. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the Bucks. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. First down, here's the run with Cook. Shedding through the defense. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down and 4. Here's Cook again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now a 3rd and 6. Allen now on the option right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Going quickly out to the right side. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Bucks defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Real.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Regular.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills.